Cuisine Month, we will be learning how to make a traditional Nigerian stew. Here in Nigeria, there are two very large staples that most people in this country eat often, and that is tomatoes and rice. So today we're going to make a pepper tomato based stew, a little meat in there, and then a side of white rice. So in the video, you will see multiple hands because I did need a little assistance myself. But I hope you all enjoy, and we've made this as simple as possible so that you can replicate the same. Let's get started. So you are going to take your choice of meat and put it inside of a nice dense bowl along with your Maggi seasonings and some cut up red onions. Then you're going to slowly, and this does take time, you're going to have to do like a couple of blending sessions, but blend your pepper together, your tomatoes into like a nice smoothie almost. Like you want to blend it very, very well until all of the seeds are completely gone. At this point, your meat, Maggi, and onion mixture should be in a nice boil. The goal is to get like a stock from that as well. Oops, we forgot the garlic and ginger powder seasoning. So as you see, we threw some thyme in there, a little bit of water, and you let it boil until you get a nice broth. And it cooks in itself. That yellow is going to come from the ginger paste. So then you fry it. While you're waiting on the oil to get hot, you're going to add some tomato paste and a little bit of that chicken broth from the boiled chicken or whatever meat that you chose, and you're going to mix that up, right? So you put that off to the side. That's nothing but our tomato and pepper puree in there, just boiling slowly. You're going to take some onions separately just to kind of season that meat and go ahead and fry that meat on high, right? So we're frying our meat, just kind of playing around with the leftover residue from when we were boiling the meat. And this stew, the actual tomato portion, is going to just slowly simmer for a while. So here we are straining the chicken, and it's up to you to cook your meat to the temperature that you would like. Most Nigerians prefer their meat very hardly cooked. I prefer mine lightly cooked, so that's up to your discretion. So you're going to use that same oil that you just fried the chicken in. We are repurposing a lot of things, and add in a bunch of red onions. Fry those onions and fold in that tomato paste that we had made earlier, the tomato and chicken stock. You guys, it is looking very good. So this is the hard base for when we pour in our stew to mix, right? So you're going to slowly start to add that smoothie, what so have you, of tomato and pepper into that oil base that we just created. Add some Maggi and salt to season to your taste. And then slowly add in that meat that we cooked a little later after it starts to kind of boil. So you let this kind of boil before you add in the meat. Let it really get popping, and then you add in your meat so that that meat can soak up all of that seasoning and become really soft inside, right? So a lot of this you have to put on very high heat so that that oil can evaporate, and a lot of the water from the tomato and the smoothie that we made a little earlier, right, will start to evaporate, and they call drying the stew. So you put this on a very hard boil for about 20 minutes, but you have to make sure that you stir or the bottom will burn, and then you're done. This is the end product. You throw some white rice on it, you guys. Very quick, very delicious, and thanks for watching.